Right, we're gonna mix up more paint. So first thing I wanna do is we wanna work out what the mix is like that I've done. But what you're going to do is you're gonna just get a feel for it, just like as if it was on a brush. So that, compared to that. There's not a massive difference. This is actually really good. You see, it feels really good for the HVLP. One thing that I do know is there's not always a correlation between thick paint and spraying rubbish. Sometimes you can get really thick paint and it just sprays beautiful because it's formulated to spray that way. So sometimes I'll look at the paint and I'll think, I'll just try it as it is. I'd never just like, oh, this needs thinning, because you're judging this against other products, maybe from other manufacturers, for other needs. Doesn't work that way. So first thing I do is I pour that in and see if I can get it to spray. And believe it or not, sometimes, yeah. You know, and this one is gonna need, like I said, this doesn't need thinning. This is gonna need easing. And what I mean is, let's say 10% and less. Maybe even just 5%. That's taking the rag like I've shown you in a little bit. We'll mix it in here because we can obviously see better. I look for what I call a figure 8. So I stir it, I pick it up, and I drop this on the top. And when I do a figure 8, by the time I've gone round, I want at least the first half of the 8 to disappear. If the 8 is sat on the top, by the time I finish the 8, it's too thick. If it's disappeared before I get to do the second loop, too thin. So this one here, as I do that, it actually looks a bit too thin, but it's actually sprayed really well.